What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Makery Online. I am Mr. Robert. Let's jump into what we're doing today. All right, guys. Today we are going to be working on a keychain. All right. You guys are going to work in the SketchUp to create the keychain. So go ahead and log into SketchUp. If you've been with me for a while, you should have SketchUp saved into your favorites. If you don't, go ahead and log in using your PowerSchool or follow my other videos on how to log into SketchUp using your email address. Okay? All right. Once the page loads, you are going to go up to Create New. Select the template that says feet and inches. Most of you guys know what to do with her. You can click on her, hit delete, right click her, hit erase, or go over to the erase tool and make her disappear. Okay? All right, so before we get started, we are going to go ahead and go up to where it says Untitled, and we are going to give this project a name. All right, we're going to click in SketchUp. We're going to name this, Keychain. Okay. It's saving. It's saved. Beautiful. All right, so we are going to start at the top view. So we're going to go over to this tool right here on the right-hand side. You know what? Let me make this bigger for everyone. We're going to go over to this tool right here on the right-hand side. It says Scenes. You're going to click on that, and we are going to click on the top. All right. So now we are going to make a rectangle. If you guys remember how to do that, you can hit R on your keyboard. Let me get rid of this first. You can hit R on your keyboard for the rectangle, or you can click on this tool right here. It'll bring out this selection of tools, and you're going to click on the first one. All right. Where the green and red line meet, you're going to click once, drag down to the right-hand side, click again, and enter these numbers. 2, 1, enter. All right. We're going to zoom in. Don't forget, guys, you guys can pause the video at any time and rewind it as many times as you need to complete these steps. Okay? All right. So we are going to go to the scenes again. This time we're going to click this bottom left-hand corner. All right. It should give you guys this view right here. We are going to hit the P button on the keyboard for push-pull, or we can click on this tool here and click on the first one. Okay, you're going to hover over your rectangle, click once, drag it up, and we're going to go up 1/4/4, hit enter, and that is 1/4 of an inch. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, here we go. We're going to hit space on our keyboard, so we have the select tool selected. Now we're going to turn this rectangle into a component. And how we're going to do that, we have to make sure we select somewhere over here on the left-hand side, on the left of this line right here, and we got to go up high enough so we're above this top corner here. All right, I'm going to go to this top corner, move my mouse over to the left of the blue line. I'm going to click, hold the left button down on my mouse, and I'm dragging this rectangle all the way over our first rectangle we made. All right, I'm gonna let go of the button. The entire thing should turn blue, and if it does, hit the letter G on the keyboard. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. And you're gonna name this Keychain. Go ahead and pause the video and do this now. Once you're done, hit OK. All right, now we are going to do the top view again. If you don't have this menu popped up, go ahead and select Scenes, and then this will pop up again, okay? And you're going to hit the center one. we are going to make a square. So go ahead and click, drag it down to the right, type in 1/2, comma 1/2, enter. Perfect. Pause the video and go ahead and do that now. All right, once you've created your square, you're going to zoom into this square, hit the space bar, make sure you have the select tool, click on the square, right click, and hit erase. You should be left with just these 4 lines, okay? Don't click on the outside line. You want to click in the middle of the square, okay? So when you click, right click, erase, okay? All right, so we're going to turn this into a component. What you want to do is come up to the left-hand side, make sure you're above the square. You're going to left click and hold the button down, drag your new square over your old square, release, and it should turn blue. All 4 lines should turn blue. Okay, once that happens, hit G on the keyboard and just leave it as components. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, once you named it component, go ahead and hit OK. We're going to hit T for tape measure, or we're going to come down here to this tool here and just pick the top one. All right, you can click somewhere on the left line here, click once, drag it over, and we are going to go 1/4 of an inch over. Click, and it should put a dotted line on the dead center of the square. Then we'll click again on the top of the square and bring down the tape measure 1/4 of an inch down, and click again. Now you should have this grid here. Go ahead and pause the video and do that. All right, once you do that, hit spacebar, zoom out of your square a little bit. We need to make some circles. So we'll come over to our tool, or our rectangle tool here, and we can click on this, or you can hit C on your keyboard, and we're gonna make a couple circles. Let's click right here on the dotted line, click once, type in 1/8, hit enter, and this is your circle you're gonna use, okay? So now we're gonna make 2 of these. All right, do it again, click, drag it out, let's make sure we're not touching. Let's click right here, click 1/8, enter. All right, so what we're gonna do now is hit M for move on your keyboard, okay? Or you select this tool right here, and it'll be the first one. You're gonna hover over one of the circles, and you're gonna drag it over till they cross like this, okay? And then release. Now what we have to do is select both of these circles. And how we're gonna do that, we're gonna hit space bar. We're gonna click somewhere to the left-hand side of the circles. Remember, you gotta be over the circle and to the left-hand side of it. So we'll click somewhere right here, and we'll drag this rectangle over it to select. We'll hit M on the keyboard to move, or again, click this tool here, and we're going to move this over to the square. Okay, zoom in, and this dot right here, we should put in the middle of the square. All right, go ahead and pause your video and do that now. All right, so now we're gonna hit spacebar, make sure nothing's selected, click outside of the square. We are going to go to the arc tool. We're gonna open up the side menu, and we are going to click on the second tool that says 2-point arc. You guys can eyeball this the best you can, try to find center. My center's right here, and I'm gonna click once, and then I'm gonna come down here at the bottom where the dotted line meets the bottom of my square, click again, and then I'm gonna bring my pencil over to this line, and it should say, well, mine says 1/16. Your guys might say something a little bit different depending on how you guys do a circle. But as long as your line is blue, this light blue right here, if your line is blue, go ahead and click. Then you're gonna come over to the other side, try and find the halfway point, do the same thing, click once, click at the bottom, come over to the center point right here. If this line is blue, click. All right, go ahead and pause your video and do that now. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, spacebar. We're gonna get the eraser tool. You can click it on here. This is the tool right here, or you hit E on your keyboard. And we're gonna erase a couple things. We're gonna erase the square, the dotted lines. Don't need that one no more. And we don't need that one. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and do that. Now, we're going to erase the stuff in the center. We don't need this. Erase this, erase that, and erase that. Our heart looks like a heart now. Okay, we're gonna hit select on our keyboard. If you still have this up, cool. If you don't, remember you're gonna come over here, click on scene, and now we're going to click on this bottom left hand house so we can get a side angle of our heart. All right, we'll hit P for push pull, or click on this tool right here, and it's the first tool. You're gonna put your push pull tool over the heart, click on it, and bring it up 1/16 of an inch. So 1/1/6, enter, space bar, and now we're gonna make this a component. Again, make sure we're above this back line. Over here to the left hand side, click, hold the button down, and drag it over the entire shape. The entire thing should turn blue. Hit G on the keyboard, and you guys can name this whatever. I'm gonna leave it with component 2 for now. Okay, I'm gonna do top view again. Zoom out. All right, now I'm gonna hit M on the keyboard for move, and then I'm gonna move this heart over to our keychain, just like that. Okay, you can zoom, you can orbit. You know what? I'm gonna hit this. Once I put it over here, I'm gonna hit this button again, or this bottom left hand house again. All right, move. I'm gonna hit the up arrow on the keyboard, and it's gonna bring the heart to it sits on top of the rectangle. Okay, hit space bar and then click outside of the box. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save now, just so all my work is complete for now. All right, next I'm going to go back to this middle house for top view. Again, if you don't have the menu up, you just go down here to scenes and then click the middle house. Okay, we are going to enter a text in here. Okay, but I need to see this more, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Here we go. So zoom out so you can see the entire rectangle. Okay, and we're gonna put a text in here, but I need to see how big of an area this is, what I can fit right here. So what I'm gonna do is get my tape measure, hit T on the keyboard, or hit this tool right here. Okay, I'm gonna go from the right hand side and I'm gonna measure over. Make sure that the line is red, and then type in 1 space 1/4, enter or return. Okay, remember that number, write that down, 1 1/4. Okay, that's gonna be a very important number. All right, so somewhere on your computer there should be a calculator. I'm gonna bring that up, get it ready, calculator. All right, I'm gonna minimize that, leave the calculator right there so I can bring it up when I need it. We're gonna go to the shape tool right here. Click on that folder, go down to the 3D text, click on that. Here you can put whatever name you want. Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep this simple. Just put mommy. All right, you guys put whatever you want. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, once you put your name in there, you're going to bring this calculator back up. Okay? Remember that number from earlier, 1 1/4? All right, this is how you enter that in the calculator. You put 1.25. All right? And then you're going to hit divide. Sorry. Now, what you're going to divide it by is how many letters you have in the name that you just put. All right? So mine has 5 letters. M-O-M-M-Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put 5. I'll hit equals. All right. So this number that pops up, you might want to write this down so you remember it. Okay? Because once you click over here, this is going to disappear. So you come over to this screen. So whatever the number set in your calculator, that's what you're going to put right here. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Again, you guys, you can always rewind this video and go back to where you need to so you can see what's going on. And don't forget that once you put the number in here, it's going to turn it to a fraction. So don't worry about it. Don't say point whatever number you put in there. Okay? It's going to turn it to a fraction by itself. Okay? So now what we're going to do is come down here. We're going to delete this 6, and we're going to put 1/8. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right? Now we're done with that. We're going to hit OK. Now, the name should fit perfect between this dotted line and the end of the thing. So wherever you want to put it, just move it there, click, and it's going to insert your name onto the keychain. Okay? Now that I have this on here, I can delete the dotted line. I'm going to go over to the eraser. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to go to the Move tool, hit M on the keyboard, or click on this tool here, and it'll be the first one. And I'm going to move this around a little bit to my liking. Okay? Now, you guys can paint this whatever you want. You can turn this red. Click on the paint bucket, and all this stuff over here will pop up. So play around with this, make it look nice. But before you do any of that, make sure you come up here and hit save. It's saying saving right now. Do not exit yet. All right, it says saved. Now you guys are free to paint this and do whatever you want with it. Be ready to share the next time I see you. I am Mr. Robert, and I'm out.